Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Becky.
We are registered dietitians that are passionate about functional approaches to whole body health.
In this video, we're going to talk about how to improve your sleep with lifestyle, food as medicine, and supplement solutions.
Yes, unfortunately, 10 to 30% of Americans deal with sleep disorders. And even we see an increase as we age, upwards of 50% of individuals experiencing insomnia. Often, drivers of sleep disorders can be hormonal changes or stress, which can really exacerbate intermittent waking or interfering with depth and quality of sleep, or even falling asleep in the first place.
Yes, and we know that sleep is important for so many various reasons for your body. One of them being immune health. I know that personally, when I'm more run down, I always tend to catch every little cold, flu, and thing that my kids have going around. And sleep is really when we do a majority of that immune system scavenging and cleanup in the body. Now, we also know that sleep is very important for metabolic health. In fact, our REM cycle sleep is when we are most metabolically active. So if we're not sleeping, that actually could be hindering our weight loss or preventing us from losing that last 5 to 10 pounds.
What's more is that poor quality sleep can drive higher incidence of cardiovascular disease. Also, we see that poor quality sleep can drive a higher risk of mood disturbances and interfere with optimal neurotransmitter balance.
And then sleep also can increase our productivity and energy, obviously, throughout the day, as well as our exercise performance and output.
And finally, we see insomnia or poor quality sleep as a driving risk of onset of dementia, a risk factor for Alzheimer's, and overall cognitive decline. The brain really regenerates a lot of the neuroplasticity when it goes through all of the essential sleep cycles. So if you're having intermittent waking or disrupted sleep processes, you're actually advancing the aging on a brain level.
So for all of these reasons and more, we want to get you sleeping ideally 7 to 9 hours per night all the way through and waking up with the birds chirping in the morning. So let's talk about how we do that.
Yes, the number one recommendation, bar none, is our Relax and Regulate. This is actually the top-selling supplement of the Naturally Nourished line. It packs 2 powerhouse ingredients, myo-inositol and magnesium bisglycinate. Myo-inositol is a derivative of inositol, vitamin B8, and it plays a key role with neurotransmitter balance. In fact, there's a whole myriad of research studies that demonstrate myo-inositol and its efficacy of quality depth of sleep and reducing middle of the night waking. In fact, this study here looked at women in their second trimester, and they saw using 2 grams, which is a half of a scoop of our Relax and Regulate, of myo-inositol, actually aiding in overall improved scores of sleep quality. What's more is we add in magnesium bisglycinate to that myo-inositol. This form of magnesium has an ability to relax the neuromuscular system. So if you deal with restless leg syndrome or muscle tics or cramps or Charlie horses in the middle of the night, magnesium bisglycinate is a good solution to regulate that nervous and muscular system. Also, magnesium bisglycinate crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it tells the brain to reduce stimulus of cortisol, that primary stress-responding hormone, which often drives that intermittent middle-of-the-night waking. 1 scoop is a good baseline taken in the evening, which you can dry scoop and follow with water or mix with a little bit of water to make a slurry and shoot it. But if you're dealing with current sleep disorders or insomnia, I would recommend 1.5 to 2 scoops for at least a month until you've reset your circadian rhythm, and then maintain at a baseline of that 1 scoop at bed.
Now, this is not wine in our glass right here. In fact, we know that drinking alcohol close to bed, especially for women of the perimenopausal age, can actually interfere with sleep and have you run hotter and wake up more frequently. So we recommend swapping out that nightly glass of wine for a combination of our You Glow Girl tea and some tart cherry juice, a little splash of tart cherry. We know that tart cherry actually can help to enhance melatonin production, helping with depth and quality of sleep. Hibiscus actually has been shown in studies to have naturally occurring melatonin. And then rooibos is incredibly antioxidant rich and is going to aid in overall quality of sleep as well as reduction of blood pressure.
Our next solution is our Calm and Clear. This is a capsule product which supports parasympathetic balance. So you may have heard of that autonomic nervous system of fight or flight or rest and digest. The parasympathetic space is our regulatory system, which plays a role with stress management and sleep, as well as metabolism and reproductive hormone health. The Calm and Clear has amino acids, herbs, and B vitamins to get us into that regulatory balance and offset chronic stress. For someone that's stressed throughout the day, they could use Calm and Clear at rise, midday, and at bed. But if you're just dealing with the sleep disturbances, taking 2 or 3 capsules in the evening could be a great solution. The primary amino acids of focus here are L-theanine, which can help with our alpha brainwave activity. This supports concentration, focus, depth, and quality of our dream state. We also have phosphatidylserine in here, which can actually mitigate or offset cortisol surge, which can be that disruptive hormone in the middle of the night waking. And we pair those amino acids with nervine herbs, which are calmative for the brain and body. This includes valerian, passion flower, and lemon balm.
Okay, next up, we recommend eating more fish to support your sleep. Studies have actually shown that adults with higher levels of blood omega-3 have better quality sleep as well as better mood overall. So upping our fish to maybe 2, 3, upwards of 4 times a week would be a fantastic solution. And if we can't quite hit that, I think taking our EPA DHA Extra would be a fabulous tool as well.
The next tool might seem the most obvious with the name sleep support, but often I recommend this as a third line of defense once an individual has consistently been taking that Relax and Regulate and the Calm and Clear in the evening. Sleep support also has many nervine calmative herbs like the Calm and Clear, but it layers in the amino acid GABA, which is an inhibitory compound. This can reduce rumination or overthinking throughout the night, which can often keep us up making those lists or thinking about conversations earlier in the day. It also has 5-HTP to support serotonin production in the brain, which can help as a mood stabilizer and an anxiolytic or anxiety reducer. And there's melatonin in this formula to actually give you that antioxidant compound that can support sleep quality and depth. 1.5 milligrams per capsule is a really good entry point to ensure that your body doesn't deal with dependency of melatonin, and can be a really great way to support sleep quality during travel, changes in time zones, or improve jet lag.
And last but certainly not least are the lifestyle elements. In fact, you might want to get these kind of under wraps before you do everything else that we've talked about here. So first things first is really syncing up your body to the natural circadian rhythm and to natural sunlight. So getting outside within the first hour or 2 of rise, getting natural sunlight in your eyes without any eye protection, and then turning off blue screens by 9 p.m. It's at 10 p.m. at the bare latest. Incorporating blackout curtains into your room so you're sleeping in a dark environment, and or wearing a silk eye mask, which this adds a nice little like heavy weight over your eyes as well. This can all aid in training your pineal gland to produce melatonin at the optimal times when it's supposed to, and not produce melatonin during the day.
Almost equally as important as regulating the darkness factor of your room or preventing that blue light is regulating the temperature of your sleep environment. In fact, research shows that 60 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit is the optimal temperature for depth and quality of sleep. We also see that those that deal with insomnia have an increased core body temperature, and this is exacerbated, of course, for women going through perimenopause or menopause, having hot flashes. So bringing your temperature down and ensuring that your bedding is not going to heat you up is an important consideration as well.
Okay, so lots of natural solutions that we can bring in to enhance our quality of sleep for sure. Let us know in the comments below which one you are going to try or what your favorite tip is and how you've been able to get more sleep.
Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Naturally Nourished YouTube channel so you never miss out on our bi-weekly functional medicine tips. Sleep support. Sheep. Can I just say sleep support or do I need to say? Okay.